Hey guys, welcome back to Beards and Bitcoins. I am your co-host, BitBoy. This is your co-host, Jay Chains.
Hey, what's up?
We are the Crypto Podcast. We're the Crypto Podcast.
We were.
For the man's man and the ladies who love them. Because we're regular guys. That's the whole thing. We're regular guys. We like to talk crypto.
Mm-hmm.
But today we have a very important episode. In fact, this will be the last episode
Of Beards and Bitcoins,
Beards and Bitcoins podcast.
as you know it.
Yeah.
We've been teasing it, though.
Yeah, we've thrown some things out. We've thrown some things out to the people, if you guys have been faithful listeners and paying attention. We've said some things here and there. I got to lose these. I don't think I need these guys. I'm going to be honest. I want to keep it real, y'all. I don't need headphones. I want to talk directly to my people today.
There we go.
Justin and I started this podcast back in September of 2018.
2018.
Right before the depths of the bear winter.
Mm-hmm.
How many podcasts have we seen come and go, Jay?
Oh, man, the capitulation level was big. It was big. Many of our friends.
Yeah.
They're still around, but they're not podcasting.
Yep, not podcasting. And it's hard to grow a podcast when everybody's leaving the space. We started out as a podcast discussing the community of crypto.
That was our thing.
Yeah. And how do you think we've seen that change over the last 2 years?
Oh, man. I've seen, you've seen it change for the good. And you've also seen it change for the bad. You've seen the tribalism, people camping up. That's probably one of the bad things that's changed with the communities over the last, couple of years. People really clanning up. But then you've seen like some people mature. Obviously, there's fights and there's bogusness on like crypto Twitter and stuff like that. But for the most part, I feel like some people have grown up because I think people were pretty young back in like 2018.
Young in crypto. I mean, most of the people that are in the space, that are experienced are from 2016, 2017 on. Really, 2017 specifically. A lot of those people left. Some of them stayed, and I do agree with you. I think we've seen a maturing of the crypto community for sure in some regards. In other regards,
bullish news doesn't move markets anymore.
Yeah. Well, it depends on where we're at and kind of cycle and things. But yeah, for the most part, we'll get a $200 pump and that's it. But here's the thing. Justin and I started this podcast to talk about the community. Mm-hmm. And we started this podcast because we were just two dudes that met each other and liked each other.
Chi-town, baby.
Yeah. And
remember when we used to do the Twitter shout-outs in the beginning?
Yeah. I do remember those. I'm getting a little choked up. Twitter shout-outs. I remember shouting out Crypto Wendy O. Hey, Wendy.
Hey, Wendy.
So the thing about this is that when we started this podcast, we had really no idea what we were doing with the podcast. We just knew we like to talk crypto. I make videos. He was making some videos, and we wanted to get together. We were two dudes that met, and when you meet someone, like I met Jay, and you fall so deeply in love with them immediately, there's really only two options. And I don't think he swings like that.
You get married?
So instead...
Or you do a podcast.
We're doing the podcast. So we really have learned a lot through doing the Beards and Bitcoins podcast about podcasting specifically. We've got a lot of wealth of information and knowledge on how to run a successful podcast. If you didn't know, the podcast is much more popular on my personal YouTube channel, BitBoy Crypto, than the audio-only versions. And that's not like what a podcast is supposed to be. So we love coming, getting together, chatting with y'all, hanging out, talking crypto, talking whatever. But really, I mean, that's my dude over there. You know what I'm saying? Like, I like coming out here to Texas, hanging out with Justin, and just shooting the breeze and hanging.
Hanging,
road
man.
dog. We got no conferences, so we got to go hang out in real life. And I really love, doing those types of things. But we feel like at this point with the Beards and Bitcoins podcast that it has absolutely run its course. We've done everything. We've done interviews.
We've changed formats countless times.
Oh, my gosh. I had segments that some people liked, and then we were getting information like, segments, people tend to drop off and stop listening when you move segments and stuff like that. And so we've tried every format we can do to not be, I guess, a traditional podcast. Because a lot of podcasts out there, Pump's podcast, Laura Shin's podcast, Peter McCormack's.
Peter
McCormack. His podcast is what? Is that Peter on my shirt?
I don't know, man.
Is that Peter on my shirt? Who is that?
That dude's got a high and tight though.
Oh, he's got some weird blue thing going on with his lips. I don't like it. It's actually creeping me. I don't want to cover it up. This was one of our fails as a podcast was our merch launch. You guys really supported us on that.
Thank you.
You see, we got a great designer. I actually kind of like this shirt, though. I kind of like it. It fits me good. When you're my age, that's all you really care about. But, the thing that makes podcasts work for the most part is bringing on interesting guests and doing interviews. To be honest with you guys, I don't love doing interviews, really. I think that interviews, for me personally, I get real bored with them. Except for Joe Rogan. He's the only guy I watch that I love watching his interviews with people. I don't know how he does it.
Because they're not an interview. Because like in our industry, you got to ask somebody, well, when did you get into crypto?
Oh, gosh, kill me.
Whatever.
Yeah. So, we feel like that's done in crypto. We feel like interviews, there's a lot of people in crypto that kind of have that, niche of the world cornered. They're really far out ahead. And so it's going to be hard for us to ever get to that top level. Even with as successful as my crypto channel has been, the audio version only, like I said, it just doesn't do well. We can't seem to break through for the charts, We can't seem to break through if you search Bitcoin. Our title is Bitcoins. You can't find us.
Nobody's searching for Bitcoins.
And nobody's searching for Bitcoins. And that's another thing with the podcast, which is, I guess I didn't realize, well, I know I didn't realize that Bitcoin is plural for Bitcoin, not Bitcoins, when we started the podcast.
Well,
about 6 months in.
So today, or was it yesterday, whenever it was, Jack, the CEO of Twitter, he tweeted out about...
Well, this would be like 4 weeks ago by the time I see this, but yeah.
Okay. Well, so you remember when Jack tweeted out about Square and their BTC holdings back a few months ago or whatever. He had said that they had bought, I don't know how many millions, or not, it was like, I forget how many millions of dollars, but he used the term Bitcoins, like they bought like 14,000 Bitcoins.
I've heard that there's a weird rule about how you can actually use a plural for Bitcoins, but kind of like a lot of people that are like really in depth in crypto that have been in the community for a long time, it's like a thing on Twitter to like be like, Bitcoins isn't plural, so people just won't say it.
I get it.
Yeah. So, and Jack could have said it wrong too. But who is the end-all, be-all authority on the plural of Bitcoin?
Satoshi.
Hey, it's decentralized. Shouldn't it be all of our decisions?
Well, does he say it in the white paper? I should have proof.
I don't think there's.
There's no plural of it, is there?
Yeah, I don't know. That's interesting. Might have to look into that. But honestly, I don't care. Here's the thing. So, I talk crypto on my channel. Oh my gosh, 14 times a week in videos. We do 2 videos every single day on my channel, pretty much, with rare exception. And it's hard because I'm doing a show every day where I'm talking about stuff that I'm going to then talk about again on a podcast that's still on my channel. So there's really no benefit to people, there's no benefit to people listening to the podcast. There's no benefit to people watching that information twice.
Right.
So like I'm kind of like working against myself in that regard. However, as you guys know, at BitBoy Crypto, we are building an empire, and it is going to be swell. We are doing a lot of stuff. We got a lot of stuff going on behind the scenes. We are going to grow the biggest empire in crypto. Period. You can write that down. The thing about it is, I would like to start branching out into some other areas as well, like not just crypto, because I'm a content creator. I've ran a lot of businesses, entrepreneur, investments, all kinds of stuff that I've done that I feel like, man, I've tried every way to make money on the internet possible. I promise you,
And so is a lot of people.
Everybody has.
That's the age that we're coming up in.
Yeah. Every single person listening to this podcast, I guarantee you, and don't lie. I don't know who you're going to tell, but don't lie. At some point in your life, you've Googled how to make money on the internet.
Everyone has.
Everyone has.
Because everyone knows you can do it. Everybody wants to know how you can do it.
Yeah, and like I had an experience where I was able to do it, and I did it really well, and then that opportunity went away, And it's like once you get that taste for entrepreneurship on the internet, you got to have more. It's really hard to go back and settle for a regular job after you've had something like that. And we're only going to be seeing more and more opportunities in the future for people to make money on the internet digitally. Next generation money-making strategies. Okay, it's
a beautiful thing.
It's a beautiful thing, and I've done it. I've been successful. I mean, I don't want to brag or anything. I usually do like to brag. But, this one time, I'm going to claim that I'm humble. But I've been successful. I've had multiple successes, like big successes, and then I've had multiple failures. Like the failures aren't ever like nearly as colossal as the successes because it failed. It never really got anywhere.
Right.
But I've spent months and years and a long time working on stuff that ended up completely failing. Like I did a YouTube channel before. Nobody knows that because it was terrible. And it was a big failure. And I swore I would never do a YouTube channel again. And then a friend talked me into doing the channel, and that's why, I started Bit with Crypto. But I've got a lot of information, experience that I can share with people on how you can make money. Because if we're all honest, like, Jay, why are you in crypto?
Make money.
Not a tech, son.
No, sir, not
tech.
me.
Decentralization. Degeneration.
Come on. Everybody just wants to make money.
That's what it's about. I mean, from an idealist standpoint, cryptocurrency utility and use case, and being able to break up, the social media companies from having so much power and censorship, all that is great.
Don't get me wrong. I'm going to enjoy the revolution.
Absolutely.
I'm here for the revolution. I love it. I'm having a good time doing it. But I'm also here to not have to work in a couple years.
Yeah, and I mean, the more we don't have to work or do things, the more that we can pitch in and help with adoption, and things like that.
I'm going to go on a world tour and just spend crypto the whole way, whether it be crypto.com or Iridium.
Yeah.
Doesn't matter.
Or any other crypto card out there, Block Card, CoinZoom. There's a ton of them out there helping with adoption. Okay, there aren't perfect systems, but they are helping with adoption. And there's so many opportunities for people to do well and make money out there, other than just cryptocurrency. Okay, and this may lead us down some roads where we don't even have experience in. Like there might be some money making opportunities that we find out there to share with people that we ourselves haven't done before. But what are we going to do?
We're gonna bring it in.
We're going to bring somebody in who has, and have some chats with him, some interviews. So
we learn some things.
Yeah.
Because there's ways, man. I think one of the most important things is that it's a revenue stream. I mean, right? I mean, you can have multiple revenue streams, and every successful person has multiple revenue streams.
Absolutely.
So why not have just an internet generation that makes money?
Yeah. Well, I mean, we're also leaving out a really big aspect of this, which is the digitalization of the world. We are seeing it right now before our eyes.
Do you consider this the fourth industrial revolution?
I think that I couldn't even name the first three. What was the first one then when they were making light bulbs or something?
Yeah, sure.
Electricity, cars,
yeah,
boat parts.
Name
them. Name the three industrial revolutions.
Like there's mechanical,
Okay.
the engineer, and I'm not sure.
God, man, we're so dumb. We need to get out of this business.
Hey,
of
Siri.
industrial revolutions.
What are the three industrial revolutions?
Automobiles.
Here's
probably.
an answer from weforum.org. The first industrial revolution used water and steam power to mechanize production.
Steam power.
The second used electric power to create mass
Electric.
production.
I said
the third
light bulbs.
used electronics and information technology to automate production.
So three's automation, computer. Three's
Electronics.
Computer. One is steam power. Two is electric. Three is electronics. Okay. So we've seen in our lifetimes, obviously the .com boom. We've seen the tech boom. We've seen the social media boom.
Some stock booms.
Stock booms. Okay. We've seen some booms. Okay. Boom. But here's the thing. It really made me feel like a cowboy.
Hell yeah, man.
Hell yeah. So the thing is, I really believe that there is a new boom coming. And it is called the digitalization boom, where everything we know, and cryptocurrency is part of this. Cryptocurrency is not the revolution. It's part of the revolution.
Look at every movie you've ever seen that has to do with the future.
What are they doing?
Back to the Future, The Oasis,
Ready Player One.
Ready Player One, excuse me.
Wall-E.
I mean, it's all digital. You're living in a digital world.
What's the show on Netflix? There's one on Netflix that's like, it's really crazy where they're living in other people's skins.
Oh, that one's weird.
Altered Carbon.
That's a strange one.
That's true. The season 2 was terrible. Season 1 was good though. But the thing is we are moving toward this digitalization boom. We're seeing it right now in crypto with NFTs because you guys know I got the BitBoy collectible cards. Hopefully by the time this podcast released, maybe we sold out of them. I'm sure we probably would have by then. But the thing is NFTs are not just about cute little Pokemon cards. Okay, that's not what it's about. It's about tokenized, unique ownership, and it's going to revolutionize the way that we own things. We are seeing finance decentralized. We are seeing ownership revolutionized. Okay, and
you'll be able to digitize or tokenize or at least put on the blockchain your mortgage, right?
Oh, for sure, for sure. I mean, all that stuff is going to be decentralized. And we were talking, I think in a previous episode, but we were talking in real life today about there's this idea that like these corporations are so big, they're gigantic, like, things won't break down, they won't get decentralized, things are not going to be, as peachy keen as we think they are. But look what happened to the TV advertising industry. It is dying right now. People are not watching TV. Their commercials, Super Bowl commercials, probably will be going down in price.
I wonder what like the average commercial price right now is versus an advertisement on YouTube.
Yeah, I mean, people don't want to watch Jimmy Fallon on Zoom. I mean, if you were watching him before, you probably don't want to watch him now.
No.
I don't want to see Stephen Colbert in his house slippers. I don't want to see him anyways. But the point is that where's that money going? All the money that's going into television advertising that was in television advertising, sports, deals for channels, all that stuff.
Digital dollars.
It's got to go somewhere. It's got to go somewhere else. And that is where the decentralization comes in, to where all of a sudden you're not having one company get $32 billion. You're getting that $32 billion split between creators on social media who have even sometimes smaller followers, like not tiny followers. If you got 2 followers on Twitter, you're not going to do anything. But I'm talking about you can have like 1,000 or 2,000 followers, and you can make money. It's just how much can you break down those billions of dollars that are going into outdated relics of advertising and marketing.
I mean, who even is watching TV right now that has commercials on it? Like, honestly, like I watch Wheel of Fortune most days. I'm really good at it. I think if I ever make it, I would win the show.
Okay.
Like the whole thing.
You seen the documentary on the guy?
No.
Oh, I can't wait to tell you about this.
Okay, so I would be outstanding on the show. That literally is the only thing that I will watch on TV. Everything else is either on Netflix or it's in a way where I don't have to watch commercials.
Well, we watch sports on TV. I've got a direct ticket, and we watch Big Brother as a show we like. But what do? We wait 15, 20 minutes after it starts to watch it, so we can fast forward through the commercials. That money has to go somewhere.
It's wasted right now.
It's wasted right now. The first thing you do is pull out your phone, and it's a commercial, and you're forced to watch it. So what we're going to see is decentralization and digitalization in our world like we've never seen before. Like, think about lending and DeFi. Like, if I have money, someone can borrow it from me, and I can make interest on that. Like, you couldn't do that to the bank. You could go to the bank and say, hey, bank, this guy wants to take a loan, but instead of using your money, do you guys think you just use my money and then give me the cut? They ain't going to do that.
No, they're going to no. That's
right.
Well, that's what you get interest for. You get tiny little fractions of a percentage.
It's
nothing.
nothing.
It's not even worth it.
It's basically the crappiest bribe in history is what it is.
That's a scheme.
So here's the gist of the situation. Thank you for watching the Beers and Bitcoins podcast.
We appreciate
We have
you.
enjoyed it. And I don't like failure is not the right word, but I don't like failures. I don't like when things do not achieve optimum success. I feel like, though, that with our podcast, I think we botched some stuff up in the beginning, not knowing what we were doing. And I think that has really changed the trajectory of where we can take this podcast. So we're going to take this opportunity to not only thank you for watching the Beards and Bitcoins podcast or listening to the Beards and Bitcoins podcast, but we are inviting you to come on this next journey with us.
Please, come on.
Come on. Come. Take the pony for a spin, Okay.
And you don't have to have a beard.
Yeah. Hey guys, I can shave my beard now, which I still won't, but I could. If I
I
wanted
probably
to.
won't keep it this long.
Yeah, it's long. You look good though, man. I'm always jealous how good your beard looks, man.
It's thick.
I feel like the podcast has been like beard and a half in Bitcoins. You know, I just decided I think I look better with the trimmer beard. I can't get mine like that. You thick, boy. You thick, boy.
It's thick.
You thick.
January will be 1 year. I think I'll cut it in January.
Yeah.
Nah, I'll probably cut it before then. Who knows?
You have the freedom to do it now. You can do it tonight. So we are continuing to work together, and we are working on a brand new podcast. This podcast will be all about the digitalization of income and how you can make money if this is something you're interested in. If you're happy working at Benjamin Moore on the paint aisle mixing paint, and that's your job, you like it, you love it, you're the manager, hey, that's cool. You don't want to do anything on the internet to make money?
You crave more? We're going to talk to some people that have been successful. We're going to talk about ways that we've done it. We're going to talk to people that have done it and have been successful. And then this way you can have the opportunity to be successful yourself.
That's right.
That's kind of what we're all here for.
And one thing we're going to be doing on the new podcast, we don't have the exact name of it yet. We thought we had it named twice today, and both names were taken, unfortunately.
We know it.
What's that?
We know it.
We know it?
We know it.
Well, by the time you're watching this, we know it. We're actually right now, at this very moment, we are flashing the new name of the podcast on the screen.
Right there.
There it was. There's the name of it. You like it? It's beautiful. Sums up everything we're doing. We want to teach you how to make money on the internet, not just in cryptocurrency. And Bitcoin, cryptocurrency, altcoins, they will still have a place on that podcast.
Because there's a big chance to make a lot of money there. But there's other ways to make a lot more money.
But you're in crypto because you want to make money. So we're going to go over all the strategies that people use. I've been doing online entrepreneurship for 10 years now. 10 years. I haven't been doing it for 50 years, but I have been doing it for 10. I've had a lot, more success.
No one's been doing it for 50 years. No one's been on the internet for 50 years, except for maybe NASA.
Time travelers. I saw one on the airplane yesterday. He had a BlackBerry.
Those guys are good. Those guys are good.
Yeah. Well, Jay, do you have any, other than inviting them, giving you guys the ticket to come with us on this new journey with the new podcast right here? Look at that new podcast name. Beautiful.
It's a nice thing.
Boom. You got anything else you want to tell the people?
It's been fun. It's been the Bit Squad's been very inviting, very complimentary. Thank you. This has been a great time. And as always, grow that beard and your portfolio, because we out.